Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to read a story entitled Where is the Patis by Carmen Guerrero Nakpil. But before that, let us first look on these five unfamiliar words that we are going to encounter while reading the story. Bastion, noun, a fortified place. Palate, noun, sense of taste. Crux, noun, a vital or decisive point. Debacles, noun, failures. Denationalize, verb, to deprive of national status, attachments, or characteristics. Now let us have a short background about our author named Carmen Guerrero Nakpil. One of the greatest Filipino writers in English, Carmen Guerrero Nakpil died in the early hours of July 30, and she was 96. Known to friends and loved ones as Chitang, Nakpil was a renowned essayist, journalist, and historian who also served as a civil servant. She has been writing for 8 decades and served as a hugely influential figure in Philippine letters. She had confident command of words, a powerful memory, and an elegant wit. She chronicled the Filipino experience in the 20th and 21st centuries. Let us now read our story entitled Where is the Patis by Carmen Guerrero Nakpil. A Filipino may denationalize himself but not his stomach. He may travel over the seven seas, the five continents, the two hemispheres, and lose the savor of home, forget his identity, and believe himself a citizen of the world. But he remains gastronomically at least always a Filipino. For if in no other way, the Filipino loves his country with his stomach. Travel has become the great Filipino dream, in the same way that an American dreams of becoming a millionaire or an English boy dreams of going to one of the great universities. The Filipino dreams of going abroad. His most constant vision is that of himself as a tourist. Before we go on to our story, let me ask you our first question. What is the great Filipino dream? To visit Hong Kong, Tokyo, and other cities of Asia, perchance, or to catch a glimpse of Rome, Paris, or London, or to go to America, even for only a week in a fly-specked motel in California, is the sum of all delights. Yet, having left Manila International Airport in a pink cloud of despedidas and Sampaguita garlands and pavilion, the dream turns into a nightmare very quickly. But why? Because the first bastion of the Filipino spirit is the palate, and in all the palaces and fleshpots and skyscrapers of the magic world called abroad, there is no patis to be had. Second question. Which international cities do Filipinos want to visit the most? Consider the Pinoy abroad. He has discarded the barong Tagalog or polo for a dark sleek western suit. He takes to the habiliments from Hong Kong, Brooks Brothers or Savile Row with the greatest of ease. He has also shed the casual informality of manner that is characteristically Filipino. He gives himself the airs of a cosmopolite to the credit card born. He is extravagantly courteous, especially in a borrowed language, and has taken to hand kissing and to plenty of American do you minds? He hardly misses the heat, the native accents of Tagalog or Ilonggo, or the company of his brown-skinned cheerful compatriots. He takes, like dog to water, to the skyscrapers, the temperate climate, the strange landscape, and the fabled refinements of another world. How nice, after all, to be away from good old RP for a change. Third question. How can you describe the Pinoy being in a foreign country? But as he sits down to meal, no matter how sumptuous, his heart sinks. His stomach juices, he discovers, are much less neither as a pahap nor lapu-lapu. Tornidos is meat done in a barbarian way, thick and barely cooked with red juices still oozing out. The safest choice is a steak. If the Pinoy can get it well done enough and sliced thinly enough, it might remind him of tapa. If the waiter only knew enough about Philippine cuisine, he might suggest venison, which is really something like tapang usa, or escargot, which the unstylish poor on Philippine beaches known as snails, or even frog's legs, which are a Pampango delight. Fourth question. Do you think the Pinoy enjoys eating food from other countries? Why do you think so? But this is the crux of the problem. Where is the rice? A silver tray offers varieties of bread, slices of crusty French bread, soft yellow rolls, rye bread, crescent studded with sesame seeds. There are also potatoes in every conceivable manner, fried, mashed, boiled, buttered, but no rice. The Pinoy learns that rice is considered a vegetable in Europe and America. The staff of life, a vegetable. Fifth question. Why do you think Filipinos love to eat rice? Where is the patis? And when it comes to a special order which takes at least half an hour, the grains are large, oval and foreign looking, and what's more, yellow with butter. And oh, horrors! One must shove it with a fork or pile it with one's knife on the back of another fork. After a few days of these debacles, the Pinoy, sick with longing, decides to comb the strange city for a Chinese restaurant, the closest thing to the beloved gastronomic country. There, in the company of other Asian exiles, he will put his nose finally in a bowl of rice and find it more fragrant than an English rose garden, more exciting than a castle on the Rhine, and more delicious than pink champagne. Sixth question. Why do you think the Pinoy will choose to eat with his kababayan rather than in an expensive restaurant? To go with the rice, there is siopaw, not so rich as at Salazar, pancit guisado reeking with garlic, but never so good as any that can be had on the sidewalks of Quiapo, fried lumpia with the incorrect sauce, and even mami, but nothing like the downtown wonton. Better than a Chinese restaurant is the kitchen of a kababayan. When in a foreign city, a Pinoy searches every busy sidewalk, theater, restaurant for the well-remembered golden features of a fellow Pinoy. But make no mistake. Seventh question. Do you think food can be a way to settle differences among people? Why or why not? Did you enjoy our story for today? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's all for today. Goodbye, class.